I'm Emily, and this is the Sienna and Emily Learning Show. Today we're going to be learning how to divide integers. The one and only rule is rule number one. Rule A and B are an outline of rule number one. Rule number one, if they are the same, they are going to equal positive. If they are different, it is negative. Rule A, a negative divided by a negative equals a positive, and a positive divided by a positive equals a positive. Rule B, a negative divided by a positive or a positive divided by a negative will equal a negative. Examples we will be working out today are negative 18 divided by negative 3 equals 6. 48 divided by negative 8 equals negative 6. We will be working them out in the workout zone right over there. Okay, I'm going to work out the first example, which is not that one, right here. And it is negative 18 divided by parentheses negative 3 parentheses equals. Okay, I'm going to write it again so that I can work it. Okay, now, here's how you would do this. You would cross out the negative signs, as shown here. So really, you're doing 18 divided by 3, which is 6. And since it's a negative and a negative, it's positive. We'll explain more of that later. Now here's Emily with our second example. Okay. All right. So, 48 divided by parentheses negative 8 parentheses equals what? So, I'm going to write it again so I can work it out. Okay, so cross out the minus sign. So you take 48 divided by 8, which is 6. And since it's a positive and a negative, you add a negative sign, since a positive times a negative, or divided by a negative, equals a positive, and a negative times a divided by a positive equals a negative. Our first example, which is negative 18 divided by negative 3 equals positive 6, applies to rule A, because a negative divided by a negative equals a positive. And if it were a positive divided by a positive, which is what we did because we crossed out the negative sign, so it's 18 divided by 3, it would have equaled a negative. And rule B applies, example 2 applies to rule B, because a negative divided by a positive would equal a negative. And a positive divided by a negative will equal a negative. So we just crossed this out and made it a positive and then just added our negative sign at the end. Okay, stop now. We have a caller. Hello?
Hi, this is Emma.
Okay, hi Emma.
I would like you guys to do another example.
Okay, sure Emma. Could you tell me the problem?
Can you work out the problem negative 24 divided by 6?
Sure Emma, thanks for the call.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's work out the example that our caller gave to us. Okay, so here's how you would do this. I need the green marker. You would So it's really 24 divided by 6 equals what? Okay. So if a negative divided by a positive, so that would apply to B. So this is going to equal -4.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Sienna and Emily Learning Show.